Hi everybody, it's me, Alec, one of the admins for Pretty Little Liars fans on Facebook, and I'm here today to do an Ask the Admin video. I know a few of my other admins have done some. I believe Georgia did one, but I'm not sure who else. I think maybe somebody else did one, but I'm not positive. I think they did. But anyway, so the other day I asked you all to give me your questions. And so today I'm going to be answering your questions. Just as a note, I'm not saying who asked me what questions, because I had a couple people say not to use their names, but then other people didn't tell me if they wanted me to use their names or not, so I'm just not going to use anybody's names. But if you know your question, then great. So I recommend remembering your question because I'm not saying your name. So, the first question that I got was, if you had to choose one of the girls, the liars, to be A, who would it be and why? Hello from Puerto Rico. Well, hello Puerto Rico. If I had to choose one of the girls to be A, I think my top choice would have been it would have been Hannah or Aria. I think Aria because she's really sketchy, and they always have, like, you know, they're not, like, really big noticeable things, but they're kind of, like, just little clues that are a little strange. So, yeah, definitely. But then Hannah, I feel like it would have been easy for her to steal the game from Mona because she was friends with Mona. So I feel like, during, the time at Radley and stuff like that, when she was going to visit Mona, she could have easily taken the game from her and started over. Honestly, I always hoped that it would be any of the four of them. Spencer would have been cool. Emily would have shocked me. So really any one of them, but Aria and Hannah were my top two. The next question is, do you think A is a girl? Well, I am a big fan of the Charles being transgender theory. So, and I know everybody laughs at me when I say that. They're like, no. And I'm like, no, seriously, like, I'm adamant about this. But I think if A is not a male to female transgender, then I do think it's a male. Then I think it's just a male. I don't think it's a female anymore. So if it's not a male to female transgender, then I'm pretty sure it's just a male. Sorry, I got interrupted for a second. I have another question. Do you think it's possible that Allie could have a twin? Of course I think it's possible. It happened in the books, but I kind of hope that it doesn't happen. I'm really hoping that it doesn't happen. I'm really hoping that Hannah has the twin and not Allison, because that would kind of make me mad. I don't know. Allie having the twin is just too predictable, really, because it happened in the books. So I'm hoping that it's something else. Next question. I was wondering what you think on the possibility of Mona being Bethany Young. Also, if Mona was not dead, how do they explain the ghost thing in the Christmas episode? And also, in the Christmas episode, there is Allie in a coffin. What do you think about that? Do you think it'll be mentioned in season 6? Okay. I don't think that Mona is Bethany Young. Actually, that's kind of a new thing that I've heard. I've heard people say that they think that Leslie, that, like, random girl that, like, miraculously, like, popped up, was Bethany Young. I have not heard people think that Mona was Bethany Young. But, I don't know. That is kind of weird. Well, no. I don't think that she's Bethany Young. They also asked, if Mona's not dead, how do they explain the ghost thing in the Christmas episode? Okay, see, this was my problem. This is what I didn't like. So when everybody was speculating over whether Mona was going to be alive or not, you know, that was kind of like my guys, like, she's dead, she was a ghost. And I had some people say that they think that Allie was having that she was having a dream, or that it wasn't real. And I don't know. You know, I think that that could have been done a little bit better. I feel like they could have done it in more of a way to show us that it really was a dream. But yeah, that was just weird to me. I don't know. When it showed Allie in the coffin, okay, this is something that's really weird to me. When she was in the coffin, and Mona said something about how they couldn't find her leg. Okay, and they purposefully put that in there, okay? Like, you guys are gonna be like, what? No, I really think that they purposely said something about her not having her leg for a reason. But why would Allison not have her legs? That's weird to me. I have no idea. Do I think that Allie will end up dead? I've been iffy about that. I think that she could be. But she might not be. I don't know. It's weird. Next question. If you could choose one actor from the show to meet in real life, who would it be and why? That was asked by one of my other lovely admins. And she said, I'm positive I already know the answer. Yeah. That's actually kind of a tough one, because if I had to meet any of them, I would probably say that I would meet Keegan Allen. Because, I don't know, like, I like his personality, and, of course, I mean, you know, he's kinda cute, but besides that, no, like, he seems like a genuinely good person, and he's, like, my role model, so if I had to meet anybody, it would be him, or Ian Harding. It would be one of those two. Like, like, Keegan is, like, my top choice, and then if, like, Keegan wasn't there, then I would meet Ian. Or if they were both there and I could meet both of them, then I would do that. But if I had to, then I would meet Keegan. So, I'm on the Keeks train. Do you think that Mona or someone else on the show that we've been told is dead could be A, or someone helping A? Who do you believe is Charles? Okay. I have always believed that Maya is alive. When Maya died, what's her name? What the heck is Emily's mom's name? Well, either way, she said they think it's Maya. Okay, that was like a big clue. We never saw her body, we never, you know, whatever. And there are a whole bunch of explanations for why those things happened, but then it's like, well, why didn't they do it differently? I don't know. And then the whole Maya knew thing, and then how it just got kind of like brushed off to the side, and then we didn't hear anything about Maya for the last 2 years. And then all of a sudden, in season 5, we had that one girl, that one chick, who was, like, doing drugs, and she, from behind, she looked like Maya. I thought it was gonna be her. I almost, like, had a heart attack. And then they mentioned her again in the season finale. So, I feel like they're trying to make sure that we don't forget about her. Who do I believe is Charles? Well, because of my Charles' transgender theory, I have no idea who that could be. But if my theory is not my other theory of, oh, you know, they're just a guy, I would have to say probably Toby. Or I've thought Ren a lot lately, actually. Ren makes a lot more sense than Toby to me now. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Ren. Oh gosh, I need to, like, go through these questions quicker. What do you think really happened to Maya? We never saw her body. Like I said, I totally think that Maya's alive, and if she's not alive, I think that she knew something really, really important, and that's why she died. Either way, I would be okay as long as we get an answer as to what happened to her. I don't know if I can ask 2 questions, but here we go. Just imagine if you could save just one of all the people in the dollhouse, who would you save and why? Oh gosh. If I had to save one of the people... In the dollhouse, who would I save and why? I would either save... That is a tough one, because I like all of them. If I had to save one person from the dollhouse, I hate to say it, but it would probably either be Hannah or... No. That's a tough question. I would say my top would probably be Hannah or Spencer, maybe Arya, but I think it would be Hannah or Spencer, and down to those two, I'd say Spencer. Because if I save Spencer, then I get to be around Toby, because, you know, she's dating Toby, so it'd be kind of awkward, like, if I saved somebody else, and then, like, he lost his girlfriend, he wouldn't talk to me. So, yeah. Next question. Do you have access to some info we don't? I'm not sure if you could tell me anything that I haven't found or watched online. That being said, who do you think Charles is? If you could pick, who would it be? That's a good question. I don't have any information other than what you guys know. I wish I did, but I don't. The Pretty Little Liars fans group is the admins are just fans, so we don't really have any extra information. Sometimes we dig a little bit deeper than other people do, probably, but as far as knowing information that isn't easily accessible to anybody else, probably not. Who do I want Charles to be? Gosh, okay. Oh, sorry, but who do I want Charles to be? I'd say Ren. I feel like I could go that way with the transgender theory too, because he was just really off, but I don't know. I feel like Cece could be, though, like, if she technically, like, went through the transitioning phase. If it's not transgender related, I would still say Ren. See, I'm the type of person, I don't want it to be somebody that's already had a big reveal. I don't want it to be Mona, I don't want it to be Toby, I don't want it to be Ezra, and I don't want it to be Allison, where we thought that she was A, and I don't want it to be Shauna. I want it to be somebody that has not had, like, a huge reveal. So I'd say that the guy that has not really had a huge reveal like that, it's Ren. Or Lucas, but Lucas I don't think matches the height of Charles very well, so yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, I need to stop. Do you think Cece could be Allie's sister? They are not just close, they act alike and look alike, which creeps me out. So what do you think? Okay, this was another weird thing to me. When Cece was in Radley, or whenever she went to Radley that one time, you know, I've kind of had thoughts of Cece possibly being Bethany Young, because we already know that she had been in Radley before. Miss Cece Laurentiis got a call that was like, we have your daughter, or whatever, and then she goes, and it's Cece. We were led to believe that, you know, she was kind of like faking, you know, everything. I don't know, it was just weird. Do I think that they're related? Probably not. Do I think that it could be? Yeah. Do you think A is really Charles? Yes, I do think that Charles is A. I also have kind of another theory that Charles is possibly, that whoever A is has multiple personality disorder, and Charles is this other personality in their head, and Charles is who became A, and not the actual person, so the person might not actually know that they're A. Because Charles takes over and does all the A stuff. So, I don't know, that's another possibility too. But I do think that Charles, whoever Charles is, whether it's a personality, another personality, one of the guys, a girl, whatever, I think that they're A. What do you like and dislike about Allison? Okay, see, I have like I love to hate and hate to love Allison. Okay, here's the reason why. Because, you know, she was mean and awful and terrible to the girls when she was alive, and then she died, and then she came back, and I think we all thought that she was going to be different, and she kind of was, but then she went into, like, this whole, like, really secretive type thing, which was just really weird to me. I don't trust her. Okay, I need to stop. I don't trust her entirely, but I don't hate her anymore. Not like I used to. What do you think about the Charles's transgender theory going around? I totally think it's believable. Again, when, you know, there was an interview where they asked, I think it was Marlene King, and they said, did Ellie and Jason know Charles? And Marlene King said to watch the scene between Allie and her mom in the Christmas episode, and that will answer the question. Well, there were 2 yellow dresses there, and then Allie was like, was that other yellow dress for Bethany? And Mona was like, you won't get that answer, it's that easy, bitch. And they, like, poof out. So I feel like the other yellow dress was for Charles, but not entirely. I'm not entirely positive. Who do you think Emily, Hannah, Arya, and Spence will end up with relationship-wise? I totally think that Emily needs a new girlfriend. I don't hate Paige. I actually like Paige as a person, but I don't think she works well with Emily. I like Allison, but I don't think her and Emily really work out well either, because Ellie just lies all the time, and, you know, you can't build a relationship on lies. And I feel like Allison will always be a liar. I really do. Hannah will totally end up with Caleb. Arya is totally going to end up with Ezra. I mean, come on, they say they're broken up, but, like, pff, yeah, we know that's not going to happen. And I totally think that Spencer will end up with Toby, even though for a little while I was kind of hoping that she got with Johnny. I totally think she's going to end up with Toby. What can you say about lying and secrets? I don't like them. I think that lying and secrets and stuff, you know, this show kind of shows us the cycle of lying. So, like, you lie, and then something else happens, but then they have to lie because of those lies. You know, so, like, it's kind of like building on top of each other, because, you know, they have to lie, and then, you know, something else happens where they have to lie again, and then the consequences just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they have to keep lying and lying and lying because the consequences keep getting bigger. You know, I feel like if they had just told the truth about the Jenna thing, if they had just, you know, told everything straight up what happened that night, and stop being so secretive, you know, they could have prevented all of this. Do you think Allie was ever pregnant? Yes, I actually, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm not sure about that, because that was kind of, like, brought up and then it was, like, never mentioned again. I think it's possible she was pregnant. Maybe. Since it is unlikely that Toby is Charles, who's the next suspect in your eyes? Ren! Do you think Marianne and Jessica are sisters? Totally. I think that Bethany is Allie's cousin and is Marianne's daughter. So, yeah. I definitely think that Marianne and Jessica are twins. Can you explain the ending scene of 524? I would like to know. Okay, if you're talking about the scene with the bus and the prison, like, facility thing, and how, who was it that they took out? I don't know if it was Mona, or if it was, I don't know which, I think it was Spencer, but they took them out of the bus and then rode the bus off, and then they were kind of, like, stuck. So that was a little weird to me. We didn't get any explanation for why that was, but I feel like if it was Spencer, you know, it kind of has to do with, Spencer is always the one unmasking A, and that's just weird to me. I think that's it. I think those are all the questions that I have, actually. Thankfully. I'm pretty sure that those are all the questions that I have. Let me refresh. I think it is. But yeah, the ending scene of 524 was really strange to me. I don't really, yeah, so, okay. So I'm done. So I hope that my video kind of, like, gives you some new theories or some new, things. So yeah. It was definitely a lot of fun talking about this. I've wanted to make this video for a while now, especially for you guys. So, wow, full 20 minutes. Well, I guess I should go now before I go over the 20-minute limit. So, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any more questions, you guys can ask me questions down below. Thank you guys for watching.